Hi everyone, I'm Danny. This is flosstube number 150 and I'm here to show you what I stitched on last week. I'm very sorry for the light. It's very gloomy and rainy and dark outside. That's just the weather at the moment. It's still winter and therefore that happens a lot of times. I tried my best to get as much or as good as lighting in here as possible. But it's not perfect, so I'm very sorry about that, but I can't really change it. Yeah, let's get started and let's talk about what I stitched on last week. So the first project I actually stitched on twice. So this is Mini Cinderella, the charted Behandling of Design artwork is by Alexandra Daw. And this was the project I stitched on Monday for my first WIPGO goal. 2 squares are called every month for WIPGO, and for January, 1 square that was called was 500 stitches in black. And I decided to do that on this piece. There is a lot of black still left. It was easy to reach without straying too far from my normal stitching method that I use on this project. And also I really want to finish this piece this year. So every progress helps. So I stitched on it. I didn't stitch on it on Monday. Monday was super busy. As you might have seen, my video uploaded on Tuesday. I filmed it on Monday, but it only uploaded on Tuesday because I just did not have the time to actually edit and upload on Monday, and therefore no stitching time on Monday as well. So on Tuesday, I then started with this project, finished my 500 stitches in black, and actually moved on to something else. And then yesterday was Sunday, so focus on a finish Sunday. And once again, I wanted to do more on this one to finish it as soon as possible. So yesterday, I think I did another 500 or 600 stitches, something like that. So overall, very good progress this week. Let me show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So you can obviously see the black I did a lot more over here, coming down there. And in here as well, and then over here another length of thread to get my 500 stitches done. And yesterday I then went back to my normal stitching method on this project, which basically means on all the pages I have not yet finished, I take the highest symbol up, left to right, that's not yet stitched. I stitch one length of thread and then I move on to the next page, basically until I'm done with all the pages and I move back up here. I did not get through all pages yesterday. I think I managed page 6, 7, 8. Pages 6 and 7, there were short threads that were still on my bobbin, so I just did those, and then I did one more length of thread in page number 9 and number 10, and 11 and 12 I did not get to. But that means I did a bit more up here. I think I did more up here in her hair, then more over here. Basically on page 8, there were a few confetti stitches up here in that outer ring missing. So I did those and then just followed the color down here into page 12. So I did a lot of stitches in page 12 actually. So that's fine. Over here I did, I think, a white, so a bit more in the pumpkin, that I know for sure. I did more in here. And over here was another confetti color. Just filling in a few ninja stitches and confetti stitches over there. This is stitched on a 28 count light blue linen. I'm stitching 1/1 4 crosses. Needleminder is from Dankai Designs. And I probably should mention the color mostly used, or with the most stitches in this project, is actually acrylic, color 032, and I did not want to do that. So I decided to switch it out and stitch one length of B50-200 and one length of acrylic blending filament in the color 032 for all of those stitches. The stitches are obviously thicker than the other stitches because additional to that one strand of DMC, I have one strand of blending filament. But that's the color I finished first to just get it out of my way, to not worry about acrylic anymore because I did not like the blending filament. So now I'm just filling in everything else. Pages 1 through 5 are already done. And on page number 8, I'm getting closer and closer to a page finish actually. And this page as well, down here. So yeah, the pumpkin is filling in very nicely. And yeah, slowly progress over the whole piece. So very happy with that. Basically, my rotation for this year is to go through all my projects. On all projects, I stitch about 1,000 stitches, and then I move on to the next project. I do not count WIPGO into that. I do not count travel stitching or birthday stitching into that. Yeah, there was something else I did not count, but forgetting it right now. Focus on the finish. I do not count my focus on the finish stitches in there as well. So this did not yet come up in my rotation. So it will get at least another 1,000 stitches until I'm done with the first round of my rotation. But this Sunday, it's not going to be my focus on the finish. But I'm going to talk about that in a bit. So yeah, that's Mini Cinderella. Very happy with that. A lot of progress. And I'm getting closer and closer to a finish. I'm now at 71% done. So we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, so as I said, on Tuesday I finished my 500 stitches in black, and then I moved on to my rotation. So last week on video I pulled a piece of paper to know which project will be my next project in the rotation. And the project that got chosen was Mini Magic Mirror, also charted by Heaven Enough Designs. The artwork is by Anne Stokes. This is going to be the finished piece, and I showed a picture of what it looked like last time this year. And this is where I got to. So very happy with my progress on that one as well. I did my 1,000 stitches. Basically, with this one, I go kind of page by page. I finished the first row of pages already, and I'm now on page number 5. I go through the columns, top to bottom, left to right, pick the first symbol that's missing, do 1 length of thread, except for black. I leave off all the black until I'm done with the page, and then I fill in all of the black. So this time around, I was already over here in that part, so I did a lot more in the wing, and I started in on her arm as well, over here, and I'm very, very close to a page finish. This is stitched on a 28 count Lugana. I'm stitching 2 over 1/10 stitch. Needleminder is from Just So Heavenly, and I'm very happy with how this one looks. As I said, very, very close to a page finish. There are 5 confetti stitches down here, all in a different color. And otherwise, there's just the black missing on this page. So this one, theoretically, is out of my rotation until I'm done with all my projects. But I really want to get that page finish. And I think I can do it in one day. So focus on a finish does not only mean focus on like a big finish. It also means focus on small finishes, like, for example, a page finish. This Sunday, I'm going to stitch on Mini Magic Mirror to hopefully get that page finish. As I said, 5 confetti stitches, so 5 lengths of thread with some colors over here, and then just the black. It's not a lot of black. It's still quite a bit, but not that much. And stitching with just one color and just filling in, not having to count or anything like that, should go pretty fast. So I do hope that this Sunday I will be able to finish this page on Mini Magic Mirror. We'll see about that, but that would be amazing, because then next time I stitch on her, I can start in on the next page, which will be the page with the face. Which also I did quite a bit more over here because a lot of the colors then moved into the reflection in the mirror over there. So yeah, that's Mini Magic Mirror. As I said, very happy with that. I started with this one on Tuesday evening, and finished on Wednesday. And I finished kind of early in the evening, so I wasn't quite done with doing stitchy stuff, but I was done with this project, and I did not feel like doing more stitches on this because of all the confetti in her arm. And I did not feel like doing that. So I pulled out the next project, and I did not feel like starting on that one already. So instead, I started figuring out my start for February. I know what I want to start. I knew the fabric, but I hadn't figured out the exact pattern size and yeah, so I did that, figured out the pattern, charted it in Pick2Pad, got it in Pattern Keeper, figured out which way I want to face my fabric, stuff like that. I still need to figure out which thread I'm going to use, so I'm not going to show you today. First, I'm going to figure everything else out. I know I want to start on the 9th of February, so I still have over 3 weeks to go to figure out the rest. And whenever I'm done figuring everything out, I'm going to show you. So on Thursday, I then started with my next project. Did not finish it on Thursday. And on Friday, I was at a friend's house. We met up to just talk and stitch and have a great time, and we did. And while being at hers, I did not want to take the project that got chosen next in my rotation. It's too big of a project. So I took my travel stitching. So let me show you what I did on my travel stitching project. This is my travel stitching project. I'm not going to say anything on here because I can't pronounce it. Basically, that's the website. You can see the website in English as well. And if you then put in raspberries, you will get this project. If you put in that name up here, you get a lot of similar projects to this one with other fruits and stuff. They are all very, very pretty. So I can only recommend you check them out. I'm thinking about getting some more of those because I really love stitching it. I love how it looks. It's not just the chart you get, you also get the fabric, and there's a lot of margin on that fabric. So that's really nice as well. So these are my raspberries. So let me show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So basically this is my travel stitching. I take it with me whenever I'm out of the house and think there might be the possibility for some stitching. This week it was just at my friend's house. I did not get any other time or any other stitching done, not at work or anything like that. But at my friend's house, and I'm quite happy with what I did. I really wanted to backstitch that part over here, but I knew that I then had to park my backstitch thread and I did not want to do it. So I did a bit more so I can backstitch more whenever I get the thread out. So I did those leaves up here. I did start on those leaves down here. I finished off that raspberry. There was some pink missing, so I finished the thread down here and over here. And I think I did a bit more of that, of the color of the branch over here. So yeah, a bit of progress basically everywhere on the top, because that's kind of my goal to finish from the top, more or less from the top down. This is stitched on the fabric that came with the chart. That is a 28 count linen. You also get the choice to choose the Aida. I chose the linen, so it's 28 count linen, and I'm stitching as indicated in the chart, which means it's sometimes 2 over 1 full crosses, sometimes 1 over 1 full crosses, 2 over 2 full crosses, 1 over 2 full crosses, and 1 over 2 half stitches to get the different textures and stuff. And the needleminder is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So yeah, those are my raspberries. I do hope that this week I might get some more stitching done on this one at travel stitching or at work. Not sure about that, but I have one day in mind where that might happen. Really hoping for that. So we'll see, because I would love to finish this as soon as possible. I do hope that about all my projects, but this one is one of those where it's most likely to happen soonish. But we'll see about that. And if I do finish that, I then need another 12 stitching project, which, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so that's raspberries. And then on Thursday and Friday, those 2 days together, I managed to get about 50 stitches done, both days combined, on my rotation project. So I then needed a Saturday as well, and yeah, it's a bit disappointing. I thought I would be faster to go through all my projects, but yeah, I'm not as fast at it as I thought I would be. The project that got chosen was Four Seasons, also charted by Heaven of Designs, the artwork is by Jesse Gaga. This is going to be the finished piece, but on Saturday I finally got my 1000 stitches done. So I'm very happy about that. This one is done for this round of the rotation, and yeah. Let me show you a picture of what it looked like last time. Here. This one is always a little bit complicated to show, but I try my best. So this is the whole piece. And this one I stitch in 20 by 20 blocks. I'm basically moving over the whole width of the pattern in those 20 by 20 blocks. And then I move one row down to the next thing. I'm now in row number 3. And since last time you saw this, I finished 2 blocks over here and started in on the 3rd one. So a lot of those lilac flowers, I think those 4 over here. And yeah, everything around them. And now I'm getting to the part where this season ends and this one starts. So this is summer, this is spring. Spring is going to be very colorful and lots of flowers. So I'm in the bush up here, and that's basically summer. So working my way towards summer in winter. So yeah, can't wait to finish that off and move into that part over here. So yeah, this is stitched on 25 count even weave in some cream I got at some local shop, and I'm stitching 1/1 full crosses. The needleminder is from Denka Designs, and it looks so beautiful. I just love the way it turns out. It looks amazing. As you can see, down here is going to be the next flower. That's why there are a ton of threads parked. Yeah, it just looks amazing. So this is the whole piece. I really, really love this. And I can't wait to get back into the fall section again because those colors are beautiful. Yeah. One of my favorite projects, although it is one of those projects that takes the longest. But I really, really enjoy this project a lot. Yeah, so not going to clean that up right now because I think that's way too complicated. I think, yeah. Going to leave it here. But I turn it around so I can clean it up easier later on. Now let's talk about plans. Because as I said, I stitched on this one until Saturday, and on Sunday was then focused on a finish, so mini Cinderella. This week, raspberries still going to be my trowel stitching. As I said, I hope that this week I actually get a little bit of time to stitch on that one, maybe during work. And then I want to start in on my second WIPGO prompt for this month. And that one is 1000 stitches on a project a friend of mine chooses. The friend was the one I visited on Friday, and we talked about the beginning of the week, so I knew I could just ask her on Friday in person which project she wants me to stitch on for 1000 stitches. And when she chose the project, she was kind of like, please don't hate me, but I still love this project a lot and I want you to stitch on that one. And of course I don't hate her. Because she's probably right, I should stitch on that project some more. So that's going to happen today. I'm going to start on that project. It might take me the whole week to actually stitch on that and finish those 1000 stitches. So till Saturday, I do hope that I finish before Saturday. If that happens, I choose my next project for my rotation. Not going to do that today because I'm really not sure. If I finish on Saturday, everything's fine. I'm stitching on Mini Magic Mirror for focus on a finish Sunday. And yeah, that's basically going to be my week. So the project I'm talking about is Norwegian Trip Under Sail by Golden Kite. This is the small edition. There is a bigger one for me. The smaller one had enough detail, so I went with that. I stitched this one in diagonal pages, and presently I'm up in page number 4, which I think are those sails over here. And the thing my friend said was that she would love for me to get back into the water. So for that, I have to stitch quite a bit. And therefore, it's a good thing she chose it for my WIPGO. So let me show you my starting point for this project. This is where I'm starting from. Sorry. Another big fabric, so a little bit complicated to show. So this is the water she was talking about where I should get back to, but I'm stitching in diagonal pages. So I first have to finish page 4, then this page down here. And I'm not sure there's a lot of water on this page down here because the ship is coming in. So I will need to get down to this page down here. But yeah, this is my starting point. I stitched this in columns. There's a lot of plug threads in here because this project is very confetti heavy, which is the reason I think it will take me so long to actually finish those 1,000 stitches. It is very confetti heavy. There's a lot of blended threads in there. I think 200 colors overall, and most of those are blended threads. And I'm stitching it from a paper pattern, so that takes some more time than Pattern Keeper as well. But I love the outcome. It looks so amazing, and I can't wait to continue stitching on this one. So I'm very glad she chose it. Because I'm kind of close to page finish up here too. This column and one more, and I will have the next page finish. This is stitched on an 18 count antique white Aida. I'm stitching 2/1 full crosses and a needleminder from Lenka Designs. Yeah. This is going to be the project for the week. Hopefully finishing sooner and hopefully moving on to something else. But it is also still in my rotation, so it would be kind of funny to finish super early and then choose the next project for my rotation and this one gets chosen again. But that means a lot of progress, so that's nice. And I won't complain about that. So yeah, that's Norwegian Trip on sale. And that's everything I can tell you about my plans. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful week until I see you once again on Monday. I do hope. Yeah, I hope I see you on Monday. I'm going to try to see you on Monday. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful time and bye.